Welcome back. So we're now into week 10, and in this particular week we're going to be focusing on actually wrapping up this whole issue of slavery. So I want to just review about some things we learned this past week. One, we learned about the voyage that slaves took from the time they were captured all the way to the time that they were auctioned off in America. So remember, we're talking about that middle passage where they crossed over from Africa to the voyage to North America and sometimes South America, where they were then sold off. We're going to focus on that. We're also going to focus on the concept of runaway slaves, of slave resistance. What did slaves do to actually resist being slaves? What are some of the actions they took? So we're going to focus on that as well. Remember our four themes of slavery: the lack of family relationships, violence, lack of freedom, racial inferiority. All of those which were outlined last week when we took a look at the video about Harriet Jacobs. So just think about those stories and the examples of that. Your reading summary. So in your reading summary, you read about the Cotton Kingdom. So we want to focus on why was it called the Cotton Kingdom and what was the big deal with cotton? The invention, the cotton gin. Where did that play in the expansion of slavery and how effective was it? We also want to take a look at other terms such as the abolitionist. Who were these people who were opposing slavery and how did they go about doing it as well? So we are going to cover all of that, and that will culminate with your quiz on Thursday and Friday. On Wednesday, you're going to be doing an additional reading about this time period, the slave time period in the United States. You're also going to hear about the Fugitive Slave Act. You're also going to hear about the Dred Scott case, of which we talked about before. And that will all wrap up with your quiz on Thursday and Friday. So one of the things you want to focus on is that those vocabulary words. You want to look at the Canvas announcements where I give an overview of all the words. You want to make sure that you have that information on those index cards, because those index cards are vital. Those are the notes that you get to use on your quiz. So study hard, work hard, and hopefully we'll see some success on those quizzes.